Welcome to the SwirlyCast, the only audio show that can be enjoyed by humans and yokai alike, and is the subject of being a pack-in title. Twice. I'm your host, Coma. Happy you decided to spend a few minutes out of your day to coming out with us, and with formalities out of the way, what's on the mind today? Two topics. Uh, 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 uh. That was terrible, and I'm never gonna do that again. We're going to be talking about two exclusive titles from the Nintendo Wii, which were pack-in titles. Those being Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Let's go over its predecessor first. Now, if you don't know, or you never had a Wii before, because it's pretty much impossible to have a Wii and not have Wii Sports, unless it was pre-owned, but you know. Wii Sports was the original pack-in title for the Nintendo Wii. It was a game you got for free, and it was pretty much a glorified tech demo for a bunch of sports games. But it was pretty much a cultural phenomenon for all those grandpas that bought the Wii, because, this looked like the family casual machine. And, you could play bowling on it. Bowling makes anything better, even though I suck at bowling. I'm decent at it at Wii Sports, but I just suck at bowling, so... But, yeah, Wii Sports was just kind of that one game that everybody had. Heck, I even still have it, and it still works too. It's a pretty fun time. But yeah, so let's quickly go over some of what Wii Sports has to offer, and then we'll go over its sequel. And then, so yeah. So Wii Sports was a collection of 5 games that mainly used the Wii's motion controls. We had tennis, where you just smack a ball around to get, points. It's just a regular tennis game. Mario Tennis Power Tour is a much better game, I'll be honest. That's on the Game Boy Advance. You also had baseball, which Mario Super Sluggers is a much better game than that. You get ready to hear that a lot. Bowling, which was one of the only exclusive games, surprisingly does not have a Mario counterpart that beats it, but it's still pretty fun. You have golf. As you guessed, Mario Golf is much better, but it's basically your standard golf game. You get pros, you got edges, all the other stuff. I'm not too technical with golf as much as I am tennis, so say with that as you will. And you have boxing, which is probably the best game in the lot, because, you get to beat up people. You get to 1, 2, jab. Reminds me of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat on the Wii. That's a good game. I really should play that game sometime. But yeah. You also have a bunch of mini challenges that you can pass so you can get more points. Those points don't go towards anything, but there's something, and you can get medals. Yeah, they're pretty much just glorified mini games at this point. Wii Sports thrives in its simplicity, because I want to play a baseball game. How do I swing the bat? Poof, swing the Wii remote. You got yourself a bat. That's pretty much it. It basically relies on, high scores and all that, because at the end of the day, it isn't really that technical of a game, and not really much of a game to begin with, but, it's alright for what it is. And hey, you get it free with any new Nintendo Wii. I'm pretty sure everybody played this game at some point if you had a Wii, so, hey, it's something, I guess. It isn't gonna beat out the games like beat out the Mario games, or heck, I even argue that the mini games at Sonic and the Secret Rings are kind of better than this, even though a few of them are pretty freaking weird. But yeah, overall, Wii Sports, it's all right. It's not that great a game, all things considered, like I said, but it thrives in it being a pack-in title, and it's just something that you would get for free. So it doesn't have to be so technically advanced that it's overwhelming for new consumers. Like it's Wii Sports. You swing the thing, you do the thing, you punch the thing. That's pretty much it. Again, thrives in its simplicity. I rather like it quite a bit. And I still have good memories of playing the game for the first time, even though my first Wii game was Mario Kart. Imagine that. The one game that you would expect to not be a part of your console lineup at the start being Mario Kart, a multiplayer game, and then not playing the pack-in title first. That's just... I was a weird kid back then. But yeah. Next, we're going to be talking about Wii Sports Resort, its much better sequel game, which introduced the Wii Motion Plus. which made the Wii Remote 110 times better. So yeah, Wii Sports Resort. What can I say about that game that hasn't already been said? It's much better than Wii Sports. Much, much better. For one thing, you actually have interesting minigames this time around. You get jetboarding, you get wakeboarding, you get to fly around in a plane, you get to skydive, you get basketball, and yeah, the returning minigames like tennis, well now it's called table tennis, bowling, and golf have been improved too. So yeah, it's just a much better game overall. You get again, much more interesting minigames, and you get much better improved ones with the Wii Motion Plus. So let's go ahead and talk about a few notable ones that I remember playing. Sword fighting. Sword fighting is my favorite. Well, it's not my favorite. It's my second favorite, but it's still really up there. Sword fighting tasks you with wielding a sword with your Wii remote and then smacking other people off the edge, cutting up fruit or just other stuff, or, going against a gauntlet of enemies, smacking them down, doing that other stuff. The Wii Motion Plus does wonders for the sword, and it works surprisingly well. Again, for pretty much being a tech demo, because I don't think any other Wii Motion Plus game released before Wii Sports Resort, and because I remember it being a little bit of a tech demo, so I could be wrong about this, and if I am, I'll update the description with it. But yeah, it's pretty much just a Wii game with a sword. Wii Sports Resort, or no, sword fighting is, it's fun. I really enjoy that set of mini games. Especially Showdown. Oh, Showdown. It's so fun. So fun to just smack enemies around like you're in a hack and slash game. I never played any, aside from Persona 5 Scramble. Even then, it was a demo, but, it was still fun. Yeah, it's good stuff. Another notable game, and I'm pretty sure you all know where this is going. Island Flyover. Island Flyover is the best minigame in this collection by far. You get to fly around in a plane, and you get to explore the island. You get to explore all the locations in the game, and and it looks really, really nice. It's pretty much the only time where you get to explore Wuhu Island, which is the new location introduced in Wii Sports Resort. And it's really cool. I really enjoy this minigame. I wish that we got something like this in Mario. I wish we had something like this in another Wii game, or just another attempt to have Woohoo Island in another game. It would be so cool. Have a Mii game where you can walk around Woohoo Island like Go Vacation. I haven't played that game, but I heard it's decent. That would be so cool because it's an iconic Nintendo location. Not as iconic by the Mushroom Kingdom or something like that, but it's still. If it showed up in a Mario Kart game, I would really want to see this in another form. Apologies for the tangent. It's just I really like Wuhu Island, alright? And I wish that we got more than just Island Flyover. But as it stands, Island Flyover is the best minigame of the lot. You get to fly around in a giant plane, you get to shoot balloons, and you're tasked with finding information markers that detail you important bits of the island. So you can fly around in a motel, and then if you hit the information icon, boom, you got that for your save. And you unlock things with the more information icons that you find. You get to play the stage at evening or night. You get to upgrade your plane. You get to have another companion alongside you. It's fun. I really enjoy this. I just wish it was a little bit more fleshed out. That's kind of all I wanted to do. And yeah, the last minigame that we're going to be talking about today, skydiving. Skydiving. It's my second favorite minigame overall. And what else? It's in the air sports category, which is my favorite category in the game. So sword fighting is my second favorite category, but skydiving is my second favorite minigame. If that makes sense. But yeah, skydiving. You get to fall out of the plane, and then you're tasked with joining up with other Mii's to get your pictures taken. It's simple. It works, and you get to play during the opening of the game. I think it's pretty cool. Because you're skydiving down to the island, you're not exactly going everything through a static menu like the original game. No, you're skydiving onto an island, and then at that point the game opens up to you. It's really nice. It's nice attention to detail that I really wish was in more games. Again, it's pretty simple to understand. You just move the Wii remote in any kind of direction and then you lean it forward in order to get to move in that direction. That's pretty much all she wrote. That's skydiving. And that ends our discussion of Wii Sports Resort. Overall, a much better sequel, but Wii Sports and Resort, they're the pack-in titles that go a long way in making the Wii a success that it was, more than just things like the Forecast channel. May we have a moment of silence for the Forecast channel? Thank you. But with that, I think that's what we're going to be calling the episode for now. Wii Sports and Resort, those two games, they're a pinnacle of my childhood. I will 100% admit that right now. I was a 2000s kid, and the Wii was prime for my demographic, and I enjoyed both games a great deal. And I still do, in fact. But yeah. With that, this has been Coma, and ladies and gents and NBs we do not exclude on this channel, thank you for tuning into this episode of the SwirlyCast. Until next time, bye bye! What if for like a random video I just decide to skydive into the scene? That would be so cool! It's that attention to detail, man. Like, it's so good.